Sports Medicine Center, by Monticello's Italian Restaurant, and by Management Science Associates.
From the Ice Connection in Valencia, Pennsylvania, Gel on the MSA Sports Network. Tonight, it's a battle of two teams looking for their first win in 2014 as the 0-6 Pine Richland Rams play host to the 0-6-1 Penn Trafford Warriors. Alongside my broadcast partner, Pete Blaze, I'm Steve Nagler. We're joined by Scott Majeski, the videographer. We want to let you know that whether you're listening to this game live or archive, we're glad that you could be with us. And this game will be video streamed so that after the game on the MSA Sports Network, more specifically the MSA Sports YouTube page, you'll be able to watch all the action tonight here at the Ice Connection. Pete, a couple of teams that, coming into this evening, probably wish their season started off a little bit better. One of these two teams, in all likelihood, will get off the schneid for sure.
Yeah, that's certainly a good thing for both of these teams, but, you're right. I think in saying there's definitely has to be a level of disappointment. You face a lot of adversity when things like this happen. I'm sure coaches really need to put forth that extra effort to let these guys know this season's not just lost. There's still things we can do well. And, certainly with every game you play, you can only hope to improve.
Yeah, these two teams, not great starts. They find themselves on the bottom of varsity class AAA. Now, one conference instead of having all the teams broken up. And both these teams are looking up at the top of the conference at Peters Township, who are undefeated, 6-0-1 in 6 games. North Allegheny also with 12 points, along with Bethel Park and Cannon-McMillan. But North Allegheny, Bethel Park, and Cannon-McMillan have all played more games than Peters Township. North Allegheny with 1 loss to go with their 6 wins. Bethel Park and Cannon-McMillan starting with 6-2 records.
When you're on the bottom of these standings, too, everyone obviously has beaten these guys. Penn Trafford does have the one tie, but you look at the level of competition these two have played against, and a lot of the teams they've played are kind of at the top, or the upper half, so to speak, of varsity class AAA. Both of these teams have played Peters. Pine Richland has faced North Allegheny, as has Penn Trafford. So they've faced some tough competition early on, but certainly here tonight, you'd like to think both of these teams coming in here tonight, all right, we're about evenly matched. Let's see kind of this kind of measuring stick for each of us, where we're at in this season. What can we do with some even competition?
Penn Trafford coming off of a 7-3 loss back on a week ago, Monday, November 10th. In that game, Penn Trafford actually had a 3-0 lead about 4 minutes into the third period when Upper St. Clair rattled off 7 straight goals to win going away. Last game that Pine Richland played was last Thursday night, a 4-2 loss at the hands of Bethel Park. And really, when you look at Penn Trafford, Pete, a big key to them getting back on track this season is them staying out of the penalty box.
141 penalty minutes. That's technically second in Class AAA, just 1 minute behind Cannon-McMillan, but you're right, just way too much. And that's something I think I touched on a little bit, just very fixable mistakes, I'm sure. It just means taking care of the puck and getting out of your own end, not taking silly penalties, as it seems they've done a few too many times this year. But, certainly that is something highly identifiable for Penn Trafford. That's just an easy way to keep yourself in games.
The Warriors have scored 15 goals through their first 7 games, have relinquished 38. Pine Richland in their 6 games have scored 17 goals and have given up 30. We're going to take a break as the Zamboni doing its job, getting the ice surface ready for the start of this game in just a few minutes. We will have the opening face-off. You're listening to and watching PIHL High School Hockey, sponsored by Trib Total Media here on the MSA Sports Network.
If you miss the McRib, like the Mojave Desert misses a tropical storm, like a college student misses mom doing laundry, like a hockey player misses his front teeth, like a boy band member misses his dignity, And like a guy with a mullet misses the 80s.
Later, dude.
Then we've got good news for you. The McRib sandwich is back at McDonald's. With its epic sauciness and topped with pickles and slivered onions. For a limited time, prices and participation may vary.
Will you keep me warm this winter? Will you keep my heart out of the cold? Wrap me in your arms when I shiver. Will you keep me warm this winter?
We'll keep you warm this winter with a handcrafted white chocolate delight from McCafe. Sip the new white chocolate latte, dip into the whipped cream of a white chocolate mocha, or curl up with the new white hot chocolate. You'll be loving this winter with McCafe. At participating McDonald's for a limited time.
East Suburban Sports Medicine, the proven leader in physical therapy. We'll help you get back into the game. Feel better, play better, live better. When your doctor suggests physical therapy, be a healthy consumer and ask for us by name. Experts in caring for high school athletes. East Suburban Sports Medicine. Take it from me, Bill Hillgrove. It's the best care, hands down.
Monticello's Italian Restaurant has been serving the Pittsburgh community for over 34 years. With over 5 northern locations, there is one near you. Monticello's has been named the best pizza, best hoagies, and best Italian restaurant by the Tribune Review for 3 years in a row. Stop in at Monticello's restaurant before or after your high school football game and mention that you heard us on the MSA Sports Network and receive a large traditional cheese pizza and 4 soft drinks for $12.99. For the complete menu and additional information, go to Monticellos.com. Monticello's, a Pittsburgh favorite.
Back here at the Ice Connection in Valencia, Pennsylvania, we await the drop of the puck here in the first period. The Penn Trafford Warriors taking on the Pine Richland Rams. Pine Richland, coached by head coach Ryan Tesmer, and a couple of their players having good starts. Matt Cole with 4 goals and 3 assists, good for 7 points through the first 6 games that the Rams have played. Ben Meyer with 6 points on the year, a goal and 5 assists. We're going to see Ben Stauffer in between the pipes for the Pine Richland Rams. Stauffer 0-2 so far this year with a 4.12 goals against average and an .881 save percentage. Penn Trafford, head coached by Brian Leneke, and good starts for the Warriors by both Jordan Eisenstadt and Cam Williams, both those young men with 5 points apiece. Cam Williams coming on all goals scored by the forward, Williams. 5 goals, still looking for his first assist. Jordan Eisenstadt with 2 goals and 3 assists on the year for 5 points.
One thing I do like about this Pine Richland team is their kind of goal distribution. They have 17 on the year, but there seems to be a lot of different guys in the point column. A lot of different guys have contributed in a couple of different ways. You look at a forward like Anthony Sanchilli, a couple goals, couple assists, and it just seems like they have a lot of guys kind of like that contribute in different ways to this offense. For Penn Trafford, kind of like we touched earlier, Steve, it's for me watching them, it's going to be seeing how they take care of the puck. It's going to be, I think, on their defensemen for a large part of just getting the puck out of the zone smoothly and opening up transition for your offense. Specifically, Steve Cheswick, 3 points on the year as a defenseman. He's not the only defenseman for the Warriors who has been getting it done in the points column either. Nathan Mickey as well, 4 points for him. But specifically, can you get your teammates, can you feed them the puck in the neutral zone? Can you get the puck out of your own end without committing a penalty or really anything else, turning it over? That's, I think, my key for Penn Trafford.
A lot of scratches for these two teams. Only 11 skaters tonight for Penn Trafford. Several players not in uniform here tonight for Brian Leneke. And Pine Richland missing a couple of very important pieces to their pitch. Was in a walking boot before the game. Saw him. He's scratched here tonight. And Antonio Bonato, who is a big loss for this Pine Richland Rams team. He's suffering from a shoulder injury. Bonato with 4 points so far this year on a goal and 3. The Warriors out on the surface here as we await Pine Richland, who skates now to the far side. We have a few minutes to go. We're going to take another break and come back with, again, the opening faceoff You're listening and watching to PIHL High School Hockey, sponsored by the Trib Total Media here on the MSA Sports Network.
The team at S-Mark takes great pride in the company they've built and their growing presence in Pittsburgh. Strong values, steadfast dedication, and unwavering commitment extends well beyond the walls of S-Mark facilities into virtually every facet of our local communities. From ongoing support for critical health and human services for families and children to youth sports and recreation programs. It's the many faces of S-Mark that touch lives, instill hope, and provide opportunities to enhance and enrich the world around us. S-Mark is proud to extend its support of local communities through its sports sponsorship with the MSA Sports Network. When looking to replace your athletic field, choose ProGrass, first in turf. ProGrass has installed over 500 fields in the U.S. Getting the best artificial turf for your field depends on both the product and the partner you choose. That's why architects, athletic directors, and players choose the ProGrass Performance System. ProGrass maintains an active presence in the synthetic turf industry as members of the Sports Turf Management Association and the American Sports Builder Association, and is proud to be recognized as the FIFA preferred manufacturer. Call ProGrass today, 866-270-6003, or visit them on the web at www.progressturf.com. ProGrass, first in turf.
The history books are filled with the names of great athletes and great teams from Western Pennsylvania. They share stories of great victories and stunning defeats, but they all have one thing in common. They know the championship season is the time to be first. First Commonwealth Bank, proud sponsor of the WPIAL and the best high school athletes in Western Pennsylvania. First Commonwealth, time to be first.
On a night that's not very nice outside.
First snow of the year, Steve.
Yeah, snow falling and very cold temperatures. Temperatures supposedly falling throughout the night and into the upper teens, only 20 degrees tomorrow. But good night for hockey here at the Ice Connection in Valencia.
Might just be slightly warmer in here than it is outside, but yeah, not a bad atmosphere at all here tonight.
As the crowd still shuffling in here as these two teams skating, taking their warm-ups. Quickly run down the results for these two teams. Penn Trafford, as we mentioned, 0-6-1 coming in to this game tonight. They lost on the opening Friday night, October 10th, a 4-1 decision to Class AAA leader Peters Township, who is 6-0, as we mentioned. They lost that game 4-1. They came back 3 nights later and lost a tough one to North Allegheny by the score of 4-3. Their lone tie of the year happened in Game 3, a 3-3 tie against the Butler Golden Tornado. And since then, it has not been pretty for Penn Trafford. Decisive defeats at the hands of Mount Lebanon, 6-2, Seneca Valley, 8-2, Bethel Park, 6-1, and Upper St. Clair, 7-3. So they're hoping to turn their season around here tonight as they play on the road against Pine Richland. The Rams, a rough start against North Allegheny. They lost that game 5-1, and then 6-3 decision to Cannon McMillan. Those came back on October 6th and October 13th, respectively. They lost a tight one to Mount Lebanon, and then 4-3 back on the 16th of October. And then pretty tight battles the rest of the way here through the first last 3 games of their 6-game start. Peters Township defeated Pine Richland 6-4 back on Monday, October 27th. A 5-4 defeat at the hands of Central Catholic on the 31st, Halloween, and then in Bethel Park. Bethel Park defeated Pine Richland, as I mentioned, back last Thursday by the score of 4-2.
Yeah, goal differential hasn't been too bad for Pine Richland. As you noted, Steve, they've been in some tight games, some tight contests, and I think that's got to be another goal for them tonight. Obviously jump out to a lead if at all possible, but just keep the game close. They've played in a lot of these types of games. I got to believe they'll feel confident if it's a tie game, 1 goal difference at some point, that they'd be able to stick with Penn Trafford and maybe come out on top.
I mentioned Ben Stauffer getting the start for Ryan Tesmer's Pine Richland Rams, only the 3rd start of the year for Stauffer in the net. Between the pipes for Penn Trafford will be Eric Phelps. Phelps has gotten all of the play so far here for Brian Leneke in 2014. His record 0-6-1, 5.
Should have to sit for a bit. Mark Anthony served another. And outside of that, I think Penn Trafford is slate. Pine Richland actually has been, I think, more of the guilty party here tonight in terms of penalties.
Keep it here on the MSA Sports Network. Big day Friday as we bring you all the action from Heinz Field. 4 big WPIL sleeper team in Class Single A. Well, they jumped up and bit Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic, a big upset.
The defending champs, no less.
In the semifinals, yeah. Cavenworth earning their way to that destination opportunity against the Clairton Bears.
That of course, their prize is playing Clairton.
Yeah. Game will kick everything off at 11 a.m. and then second game will be Class Quad A. Central Catholic will take on Pine Richland. That game at 2 p.m.
Rematch of the regular season game that Pine Richland won surprisingly by about 20 points.
Yeah, they really took it to Central Catholic about midway through the season. Game 3, Class AA Championship, as once again Aliquippa will take on South Fayette at Heinz Field. And then the fourth game of the day, the Class AAA Championship. A couple of Parkway Conference teams, West Allegheny and Central Valley, will square off that game starting at 8 o'clock. We'll have everything for you here on the MSA Sports Network. You won't want to miss any of that.
West Allegheny, Steve, just quickly, I know we're covering hockey tonight, but I covered the West A TJ Thomas Jefferson game this past week, and oh boy, West A is as good, if not better, than I expected for sure. Really took it to Thomas Jefferson, one of the better teams in the Whitfield this year.
Yeah, Thomas Jefferson really had their way through most of the year. They came into that game obviously undefeated, but West Allegheny under head coach Bob Palco, they know how to win when it comes to football in November and December. So they have made it once again to the finals. I believe this will be the 9th time in the finals in the WPIL championship game for Bob Palco in like 20 years or something like that. It's crazy.
So not a bad success rate.
Anyway. Not a bad tenure for Bob Palco. Penn Trafford Warriors back on the ice here as they will skate around to get ready for this third period. What do you think the Penn Trafford Warriors, Pete, have to do to get back in this hockey game?
Well, I think it really starts, Steve, with taking care of the puck and not allowing Pine Richland to really spring that offense forward. We've seen the Rams, I think, one too many times have odd man rushes, a lot of 3-on-2s, 3-on-1s, 2-on-1s. Pine Richland has had their chances, certainly, and lucky for the Warriors, haven't been able to cash in on too many of those chances. So I think it's being careful with the puck, not allowing Pine Richland to get behind you. And we saw their goal scored by virtue of the turnover. So it can happen just like that. You can get yourself a good look at the goal if you're just diligent, in your offensive end. You can make it happen just like that. Pine Richland, though, much of the same. They've showcased some really, really good speed here against the Warriors and haven't been intimidated too much by, I think, the physical presence the Warriors have tried to bring here tonight. So I would say keep doing much of the same for the Rams and keep that speed up.
Both goalies playing pretty well here tonight. Penn Trafford's Eric Phelps has given up 3 goals, but he's also made several good saves to make sure that this has not gotten out of hand. And Ben Stauffer has been outstanding. He has stopped 13 of the 14 shots that he has faced so far.
And again, it's going to be the Warriors starting this period on the penalty. 10 seconds remaining in a Spencer Smith penalty. It's not a ton of time, but you can win this if you can win this face-off, then you get yourself a chance.
Certainly that's what Penn Trafford will want to do. I'm sure Brian Leneke talking to his team at halftime. As a matter of fact, he's got the whiteboard out, talking to his team. I'm sure a lot about this opening face-off. The teams always have kind of a scenario that, if they're scored upon late in a game and have limited amount of time, they all have plays that they have worked on to try to get a goal off of a face-off at center ice with very little time left. And I'm sure that that's something that they're going to probably try to employ here. The fact that they have 10 seconds to go on the man advantage, and certainly down 3-1. Face-off is won cleanly by Cole. Cole has been really good in the face-off circle for Pine Richland. And out of the box will come Spencer Smith. Dumping the puck in is Penn Trafford. Oh, the puck bounces off of the stick of Ben Stauffer, but right onto the stick of Drury, who gets it out of his own end.
There's that fresh ice for you.
Here's Williams. Nice stick handling effort down the right side. Lost control of the puck. Tried to center, but the puck goes back behind the net. Williams will pick the puck up here at the right point. Just dump it back deep. Anthony and Mickey go in after it. Mickey has his pocket picked by Matt Cole. A nice play.
Here we go again, though. Pine Richland a little bit of trouble exiting. Good effort here by Penn Trafford.
And now the puck is played with the high stick, but knocked down by Pine Richland. They'll come the other way. Good individual effort by Anthony Sanchilli, but can't get a shot off.
Tried to get it to his backhand. Mickey was there, though, to keep forcing him over to his left and never got the shot away.
Boy, nice lead pass by Penn Trafford. Here's a chance shot. Boy, blocked down by Chris Jenkins.
Got right into the legs there. It didn't seem to affect him too much. That can hurt, though, if it catches you in the right spot.
Now Nick Hawkins plays the puck deep into Penn Trafford's end. Coming out playing the puck is Phelps. Leaves theirs for his defense. They throw it around. Here's Gojkovic. Throws the puck out of his own end.
Again, a good idea with the lead pass. Simkovic just couldn't quite handle it. But again, Penn Trafford going for those stretch plays.
There's Nick Hawkins up the center of the ice. He will wind up. Shot right on and saved by Phelps. Phelps knocked it down with his blocker, but right into his glove as he's able to hold on with 15:20 to go in this third period.
Yep, early stages. And Penn Trafford kind of sticking to their guns, and what they like to do is force that puck through the neutral zone very quickly, one pass, and try to open up some offense.
Face-off won by DeTulio of Pine Richland. They're able to keep the puck in. DeTulio had a chance, but just overskated the puck.
Miscommunication there by Gojkovic and Byrne. Both of those guys thought the other guy had it, and they both skated away.
Oh, shot up towards the head by Steven Cheswick on Hone. And now the puck is in the crease, and they're going to say no goal. Is going after it was Hone, as dives in the crease, kind of pushing Eric Phelps back into the cage.
Very reminiscent of Pine Richland's second goal of the game. That's very, very similar to how they scored that one. Just put the puck in front of the net and keep pushing away. That time, though, Penn Trafford does get the whistle.
Now dealing with his headgear is Luke Hendrickson. Hendrickson struggling to get that cage back on.
But again, that whole sequence started by Penn Trafford just not controlling at their own blue line and letting Pine Richland keep the sustain going.
There's face-off one. There's a chance. They shot. What a great save by Eric Phelps. And he will do the snowman and gain control of the puck. Good job by Pine Richland. Winning the face-off, getting a couple
to go. It was Chris Jenkins. That would be two.